So, towards the end of 2025, I went on one of the most unforgettable road trips. Everything about this trip was already planned. At this point, I'm already on the bike, heading up to link up with the driver. Once we met up, we took a moment to sort out the car and get everything set. After that, we got straight onto the road and started moving. At this point, we're scaling on the highways, and you can see around the network, traffic moving and the city just waking up. If you enjoy this kind of road trip, please drop a like, leave a comment, and also consider subscribing. Without further ado, let's get into it.
What's up YouTube? Welcome to yet another video. So today we are on our way to Moyale. This is for the Gear House road trip. So it's currently around 8:30. It's 8:32 in the morning, and on Thika Road. So this is the car of choice. Yeah, such a good drive, such a beautiful car. Such a beautiful car.
After Makuyu, we had to get moving. We were trying to catch up with the other drivers. They had left Nairobi earlier and we were on a different route. At this point, we had to drag Bender along, making sure we didn't fall further behind. Highways, bends, and a bit of traffic. Everything was about keeping pace and linking up with the crew. It was fast, it was tense, but the ride was on.
So on this road trip, we're expecting very many cars, to be very honest. I think we're expecting about 90 cars. 90 cars will be driving from Nairobi to Moyale. And then back, so from Nairobi to Moyale is about 800 kilometers. So our first day we'll drive 500, on second day we'll drive another 500, and on the last day we'll drive the next 500. That brings us to about say 1500 kilometers. And as I said, from Nairobi to Moyale is 800. So it's 800, that's 1600. You can count the deficiencies in between. But other than that, it's a nice journey. Slept between here and Nairobi, I slept a bit. But still have a long way to go. Yeah, I had a late night yesterday and a very early morning today. And so it's just about time that we kept going.
We finally got up to Nanyuki and caught up with the other drivers. They'd stopped here for about 10-15 minutes waiting for anyone who was behind, like us. Once we linked up, there was just enough time to grab a few snacks, stretch a little, and get ready to hit the road again. The stop was short, but it gave us a moment to regroup before continuing with the journey. After leaving Nanyuki, we continued north through Isiolo and the landscape started to change right away. The city slowly fades behind us, replaced by dry open plains. The roads are wide, smooth, and traffic is light, which makes for a very steady, relaxed drive. As we move further north, the scenery becomes remarkable. Scattered hills rise from the plains, and the desert stretches on either side of the highway. One of the things that stands out on this stretch is how different it feels from the city. There is a sense of openness and calm, and it gives you time to just experience the journey. The road curves gently with occasional dips and rises, and the changing colors of the land make every kilometer interesting. It's a long drive, but with fewer vehicles around, it's smooth and pacey. You get a sense of the northern part of the country. Wide horizons, quiet roads, and landscapes that seem almost untouched. There's time to relax in the car, enjoy the sights, soak in the feeling of the journey. This is what the road trip is all about, experiencing the road itself and not just thinking about the destination. So we kept moving steadily, taking in the scenery and enjoying this beautiful northern stretch of Kenya. After leaving Isiolo, I finally got some seat time in the car, sitting in the driver's seat, just enjoying the ride. This was a Mercedes E200 turbocharged 4-cylinder and honestly faster than I expected. The ride is smooth, the car is comfortable, and you can really feel the luxury that Mercedes is known for. Sitting here like this makes the trip even more enjoyable. Just you, the road, and the car.
Ladies and gentlemen, on to Ololokwe.
We finally got to Mount Ololokwe, and this is where most of the drivers came together for the road trip. While 90 cars were registered, I'd say around 50 to 60 cars were actually here. There was still plenty of cars and people around, all taking pictures and enjoying the moment. Mount Ololokwe is one of the most significant landmarks in northern Kenya. It is right on the road, on the tarmac, and there's just a sight to behold. People were standing, snapping photos, making memories, and just soaking in the view. For this part of the trip, that was it. The cars, the people, and the landmark made it special. Before we moved on. After passing Mount Ololokwe, the roads opened up even more. The desert plain stretched on either side, wide and calm, with occasional hill rising from the flatland. It was a smooth, breezy drive, perfect for reflecting on the journey and just enjoying the moment. Sitting in the driver's seat, I could really appreciate the Mercedes E200. Comfortable, fast, and smooth. This seat time made the trip even more enjoyable. I also want to give a shout out to the Gearhouse team. Everything ran on schedule, the lead cars, the organization, the planning. Honestly, it was the best order I have ever experienced on any road trip with so many cars. They made the journey seamless and truly enjoyable. As we continued north towards Marsabit, it was all about the open roads, the vast landscapes, and the pace of the drive. The trip was flowing perfectly, and we were right on schedule, ready to reach Marsabit before sundown, settle in, and prepare for the next day of adventure.
Reporting live from Marsabit, yeah. And one striking thing is the fuel prices over here. Check it. 197 petrol. 197 ndio bei ya petroli jo. Nuts. What's up YouTube? So today is day 2 of the road trip by Gearhouse to Moyale, and yeah, in Marsabit, and the weather is very chilly, as you can see around. It's very chilly. It's a very chilly morning today, but yeah, everything is going according to plan. So we're just about to head out of these rooms and meet up with the other guys. We'll be having a briefing at 8 a.m. and then proceed with the journey. So today we expected to cover 500 kilometers. I think it's about 250 kilometers to Moyale from Marsabit. The idea is to go spend some time there and then come back. From what I hear, it's quite the environment there is quite like a desert full of rocks, and also the roads are very nice. So yeah, so come with us. Let's go meet up with the other guys and see how it's gonna turn out.
We finally made it to Moyale, the long-awaited destination of this trip, right on the Kenya-Ethiopia border. For many of us, this was a first, and that is what made this road trip so special.
I don't think it's that hot.
After crossing into the Ethiopia side for a quick turnaround and lunch, we headed back towards Marsabit, chasing the sunset across the northern plains, one of the most beautiful sights I have ever seen. Back at Marsabit, we had a short unplanned car meet, everyone sharing their experiences, highlights, and favorite moments. And for me, I finally got to live out a little bit of my inner child with a ride on a quad bike.
For side. Talk sasa ile talk mwenda nimesikia talk yake ndo mbaya.
Kwanza nikuonesha ndugu yangu ndio hapo.
So if you enjoyed following this journey, don't just watch, make it count. Smash that like button, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next adventure, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to hear what you loved, what amazed you, and where you'd like us to go next. Thank you for riding along, and I'll see you in the next one.